Good morning. We're here in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. I am Doroteo Rodriguez. I am the manager of alternative energy for the National Commission of Energy of Dominican Republic. I'm happy to announce that we started a research project with the technology of the U.S. Sustainable Energy Corporation. Mr. John Rivera has given us all the facilities to let us test his technology. He brought from the U.S., from Mississippi, he brought a small reactor for testing the capacity of the technology that he had developed. I personally had visited his facilities several times in the U.S. First time I met Mr. Rivera was in 1999 in Tampa when he was doing his first pyrolysis project. And then I went back a year ago to Mississippi, and I went back this year, and I have seen the improvement that he has made. They are very, very remarkable. So I invited him to let us try his technology here in the Dominican Republic. We had the help or the aid of one of our main official institutions. It's called IBI, Instituto de Innovación Industrial y Biotecnología. It's the Institute for Industrial and Biotechnology Innovation. And with their help, with this institution helping us, the National Commission of Energy, we started an investigation of the results of Mr. John Rivera's technology. I'm happy to announce that the first two tests that we already made with a local crop, it's a local crop named higuereta. The Brazilians call it mamona, which is a crop that grows in dry areas and in poor soil areas. So it's a very promising crop. We have, a lot of land that is unproductive land that we can plant that. With that crop, we already tasted 2 times the technology. Our results were amazing, as good as the ones I saw in the U.S. We were able to do 160 gallons, the equivalent of 160 gallons of biofuels, liquid biofuels, plus a biogas that we estimate that would be around 60 to 80 more gallons if they are liquefied. It's a biogas that we will test the combustibility of those biogas and especially of the liquid biofuels. So far we even tested the combustibility of the residue, the solid residue that the process is a leftover that is useful as a fertilizer. But in our first result, we're going to have to decide if we want it as a fertilizer or if we want it as another energy source, because we found 9,000 BTU per pound of combustibility in the residue. So that's another unexpected good news for us. So we're going to now test sugarcane, coconut, sugar beets, sunflower, plantain, residues from the agriculture sector. We have a lot of agriculture residues from the cocoa, cacao, from where you make chocolate, from coffee, from tobacco. All those residues from the conventional agriculture sector are going to be tested with this reactor to see how good they work. But judging by what we saw happen with the higuereta, with the mamona, we're really very, very optimistic that this technology can virtually provide the solution for our main problem. Dominican Republic is one of the countries that has the most expensive energy. We know that globalization is also has a lot to do with competition and competitiveness. We have to compete with Central America. Central America actually has an energetic matrix in which more than 50% of their energy comes from renewable sources, while Dominican Republic has 90% of its energy in the electric sector from fossil fuel. We only have 10% hydroelectric, while Central America, for instance, has 55% hydroelectric. And countries, our neighbor countries like Venezuela or Colombia even have 70% of hydroelectric. So the largest or the largest barrier for the competitiveness of the Dominican economy right now is the energy sector. So these kind of solutions in which using biomass, countries like us that traditionally produce a lot of biomass, our sugar industry was our main source of income for 100 years. And it's not anymore. Right now it's tourism, but even tourism is affected by a very high energy cost. So the way we see it in the National Commission of Energy is that the sugar sector, our sugar sector, should be the foundation for a new agro-industry of energy, not only of sugar, but basically an agro-industry of energy which can solve our main problem in order to compete, which is energy, and in order to make a better living for all of us, because nobody wants to be paying 26 cents per kilowatt hour, which is what a household pays. So our generation sector is costing us 14 cents per kilowatt. And Mr. Rivera assures us that he's pretty sure he can bring that down to 8 to 6 cents per kilowatt hour. So we're going to really try as much as we can to develop this technology. We hope that in 2 or 3 weeks we will have finished testing the small reactor with all the other crops that I mentioned, like sugarcane, bagasse, and palm residues, coconut palm, all those typical tropical biomass. We're sure we will not produce any damage to the cost of food. On the contrary, we're pretty sure that the cost of food in our country will actually be reduced if we develop the agro-industry of energy that this technology will make capable. Because we will have more land producing, and we will have the traditional fruit land, crop land, being able to sell residues that so far were only garbage, and they will be able to be sold as a source of biofuels and a source of energy in general. So basically, what I want to say is that we're very happy with the first results we obtained. We're pretty sure that we're expecting equal or better results with the other crops that we're going to test. So we really hope that this technology that Mr. Rivera have developed will help not only Dominican Republic, but virtually any country in similar condition to us and every country in the world. The main problem with oil is not that it's very expensive. That's what we all think. Oil is too expensive. The main problem with oil is that we're going to run out of it. So we have to substitute it. And even if we weren't going to run out of it, then the damage to our atmosphere will be even worse. So even if we weren't going to run out of it, we need to substitute it in order to save the environment of our planet. And in order to do that, we need good technologies, competitive technologies. And in the 30 years I've been working in alternative energies, this is the best one I have found so far. There is one aspect about Mr. Rivera's technology that really, really amazes me, and it should be outlined. Right now, in the big rush that there is worldwide going on for the search of biofuels, you always have to face a dilemma, especially in my office where we're dealing with the norms and the policies to promote renewable energies in the country. And I'm sure in any other country, the equivalent of what my office is, the National Commission of Energy, has to deal with the issue of deciding between ethanol, biodiesel, biogas. You see, when you want an ethanol facility with the standard technology of today, you would do a facility that is completely committed to that. You cannot use an ethanol facility to produce biodiesel. If you want biodiesel, you need another facility, another biorefinery. So with this technology, with Rivera's technology, with the same facility, with the same biorefinery, which is actually a less amount of investment in equipment, you have a facility that will give you what ethanol facility gives you and what biofuel technology gives you. So you have a biorefinery that is equivalent to 2 larger biorefineries separately. So you're integrating a solution in which you can, you don't have to invest in ethanol or in bio. I'm not saying ethanol or biodiesel are not good investment. I'm saying with this facility you have the equivalent of both of them, and even in biogas, with a lot less amount of investment in machinery, in the equipment. So that's another advantage of the technology, not related to the main advantage, which is the efficiency of this technology. Because none of those other facilities will give you the amount of biofuels that you get here. You get more than 200 gallons of biofuels with this technology. But you're doing it with the same. So for instance, like in Dominican Republic, our energy matrix has 400 million gallons of ethanol a year and 700 million gallons of
diesel, gas oil that we have to consume a year. With these facilities, we will be able to satisfy both markets, both vehicles that work with gasoline or vehicles that work with, or machinery that works with gas oil, with diesel. So that's another big advantage that we have to, let's say, emphasize about this new technology. It's a solution that covers all the energy matrix. You can cover all your sectors. You can have electricity with this. You can move 3 different kinds of cars with this, and you can have even the cooking sector covered. So that's another very important issue of the competitiveness of this technology that I want to remark. Thank you.